Some thoughts. Don't you think that in society today that we are overworked and we are spread just too thin? I'm a big believer of living with less is more. Really think about that. And that is why I live the fasting lifestyle. What has fasting taught me in the course of being this way? I'm almost going on 2 years living the fasting lifestyle. I have so many benefits that I've shared in past videos, but I've also loved to just touch base, have a little bit of a rant, and get your thoughts about how fasting has brought you to slow living. And what does that look like? For me, slow living looks like this. 1, I take control of my priorities in life. Before, I was just all over the place, doing whatever, whenever, getting invites to things and events and just going, totally ruining my plans that I've already had for the week and just going with the flow. You know what I mean? If you don't take care of your priorities, then someone else will control your priorities in life. And most likely, it won't benefit you and be the best thing that you need. Number 2, I now take more sabbaticals from the everyday busyness that's going on in our lives. Work, caregiving, school for some of you, even doing videos for YouTube, which I love doing, but it does keep me extremely busy. And I constantly have to think about ideas to come up with that you guys would want to see. And I hope you want to see this video, but I hope that it's something that you can get out of each and every video, even if it's just one little point. Our society tends to feel busy. You know, you're always busy. So when I ask someone, how are you doing today? Everybody always says, oh, fine, oh, good, oh, great, but busy, right? I always hear that in the back end. Great, but busy. And 10 years ago, I didn't hear that from people saying, I'm always so busy. Yes, we are busy in generally speaking, although fasting has shown me to slow down and to think about the things that are most important. Again, that goes back to prioritizing, right? I pick 2 or 3 targeted priorities for the day. And you know what? You feel so much better when you can accomplish those things and the rest will fall into place. You can do the rest the next day or the day after, and you realize what's most important to you to get finished without all the rushing around. Another thing that slow living and living the fasting lifestyle has taught me is to slow down from social media, using it all the time. You know what I mean? I was on it all throughout the day. Anytime that I took a break from work, I'm looking through social media because it's just a form of distraction. And that is the main thing about focusing and prioritizing your life, is to stay away from the distractions. You got to ask yourself what matters. Finding those things that are of value to you and those that are affected in your circle will bring beauty to the world and help others, because that is the purpose that we are here, is to help others, especially what we've gone through, the trials and tribulations in life, can show and empathize with others about what they may be going through that's similar to you. And you're a walking testimony. Had to close the door. People coming in and out. Again, distractions. So slowing down from the use of social media really helped me to focus more about what is of value to me. And so I may be on Instagram a little bit less instead of daily. Sometimes you feel like, FOMO, fear of missing out. Really, it doesn't matter. What does it matter if you miss some photos or some videos of someone just walking down the street, someone ranting about whatever happened in their day? It's okay. You can catch up later, and no one's going to, there's no social media police, I don't think. Well, I take that back. There probably is. The algorithm. That's really not a person, right? It's just a system. The other thing that slow living through fasting has taught me is to eat mindfully. And I mentioned this so many times, but eating mindfully, slowing down my eating time while I'm eating. Now, I was in the military, and so we used to eat fast because you had to hurry up and go and do whatever you were told to do in basic training. So it became such a habit for me. I would eat my meal in 3 minutes. And so over the years, I had to physically stop myself and slow down from just consuming. Your head's just down and you're just going and going. Since I realized these things and through fasting, it helped me slow down what I eat, enjoy what I'm eating because I know it's healthy for me because I'm now choosing items that are healthier than just looking at processed foods or junk food being out in the world. I think the most important thing that fasting has taught me in slow living is to communicate with God on a daily basis. I wasn't doing that. I was a bad Christian. I was horrible. And I still fighting through that right now because I'm a procrastinator and I know God knows this about me. But I really, if I wasn't so distracted all the time with all the noise that's going on in the world, then I wouldn't be able to communicate with God on a daily basis. I wouldn't be able to at least read a scripture or two or a chapter. That's what I'm doing now. So the slow living has shown me that I don't have to be everywhere at once. I don't have to be out at all the events. I don't have to be seen whatsoever. I enjoy my time being home or walking around my neighborhood and reading scriptures and listening to God and praying more. And those things that are most important in slow living is the communication that I have with God. Those distractions that are amongst the world is all by design, and it's just a way to take you away from Him. So remember that when you think about slow living, fast living is just about distractions. It's something that we might want to pause and think about. So my question for you is, since fasting, what have you changed in your life that has helped you adapt to more slow living? I love to know, and I appreciate you guys for watching this video and letting me rant on. Don't forget, caregiving begins with you. Thanks again. Bye.
A faded photograph feels like 100 years.